What's up, Loader fans? I'm Simone Boyce, and welcome to another episode of Hobbit in 5. Each week, we're bringing you the OneRing.net's top stories and the latest Hobbit production news. Today's show is jam-packed with news from Middle-earth, so let's get started. Heads up, New Zealand ringers, 2 large convoys have left Peter Jackson's Stone Street Studios in Miramar to transport vital gear for location filming on The Hobbit. The New Zealand Transport Agency claims one fleet of 200 vehicles, mainly smaller trucks with caravans, would head to Hamilton for location shooting at Hobbiton and Matamata. The other convoy is off to Queenstown. Now, did you happen to catch the convoy on the road or peep some Hobbit action? If so, send us your pictures, videos, and stories to spymaster@theonering.net. Speaking of spies, the New Zealand news site stuff.co.nz scored these amazing shots of the Hobbiton set in Matamata. Film crews are now on location at the Hobbiton film set, and the film stars might not be far away. 3foot7 is not releasing much information as per usual, but one nearby resident said the convoy started arriving on Saturday afternoon. Check out all these images on theonering.net. Well, Middle-earth appears to be returning to Lake Wakatipu if construction in a remote valley is anything to go by. A 3-story wooden set and smaller structures are being built on private land beyond Glenorchy, about 66 kilometers from Queenstown. Now, this recent activity corresponds with resource consent applications filed by 3foot7 last month for filming involving over 200 people between early October and mid-December. So what exactly will be shot in Wakatipu? Well, the Queenstown area is one of the locations scouted for the ancient Mirkwood Forest and the Valley of Anduin grasslands. A stash of never-before-seen Hobbit paintings and sketches etched by J.R.R. Tolkien himself have been discovered. The images were not used when The Hobbit came out in 1937, but were recently discovered in a library in Oxford. The pen and ink drawings and a series of watercolors were discovered by researchers in material bequeathed by the author's estate to the library in 1979. These images are likely to get everybody even more hyped up for Peter Jackson's return to Middle-earth. Earlier in the week, Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment released 3 new video vignettes for their November 1st release, The Lord of the Rings: War in the North. Each vignette features one hero in the brutal battle ahead and 3 character facets: the upgrading of skills, their inherent abilities, and their methods of defense. You can check them all out on theonering.net. On the latest episode of the BBC Two's Planet Word, Stephen Fry and Peter Jackson discuss Tolkien's use of languages in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Stephen Fry will play the Master of Lake Town in The Hobbit, and he and director Peter Jackson sat down in the most appropriate location ever for the interview, the Bag End set down in New Zealand. Catch the clip at the YouTube link in the box below to get a peek inside Bag End. That's it for this installment of Hobbit in 5. I'm Simone Boyce, and thanks for watching. H5 is brought to you by your generous donations, so please visit our website, hobbitin5.com, for more details and some pretty cool offers. Until next time. We have one last story that came in after we shot this week's episode of Hobbit in 5, but it's so special that we wanted to make sure it made it into this week's episode. So if you're like me, you've been waiting for quite some time now for a certain Hobbit reunion and to see where the stars of The Lord of the Rings are now. Well, Empire Magazine has answered our prayers once again. If you pick up their latest issue or head to empireonline.com, you'll see photos and video of Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Sean Astin, and Elijah Wood sharing laughs and some Maker's Mark. A great way to get in the spirit for Peter Jackson's The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. Okay, bye.